Hey everybody, happy Thursday. Welcome to the live stream. This mic is super loud, or maybe it's just my headphones. I don't know. You tell me. What's up, Josh? And anybody else who's here right at the beginning. For those of you who are watching the replay later, because I know there are several of you who do, um, this is going to be a very meandering, exploratory conversation between me and anybody who happens to be live as we are watching this. Speaking of which, I should probably let people know that I've gone live. So if you are watching the replay, go ahead and skip ahead a bunch while I go ahead and find my where's my what do you call it? I need a link. I need the link to this live stream, please, so I can invite anybody else who wants to watch. Anyway, so yeah, all the rest of you, skip ahead. What's it? Live stream alert. Cool. Now I've at least let people know on Discord. You guys can let people know elsewhere on, I don't know, the Twitters or the Facebooks or the whatever else. Okay. Now that we've got that out of the way, hi Taylor, how's it going? I hope your Thursday is well. The purpose of today's stream is to talk about the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and essentially whether I should still be watching. I realized I saw a trailer, maybe, or it was a discussion. I know I had a discussion with some friends a few days ago, and they were talking about some new Marvel thing that they'd watched. I don't remember which one it was they mentioned, but it struck me that I hadn't really watched any Marvel stuff in quite a while, or at least it feels like quite a while. So I kind of wanted to go through what we had in phase 4, what's going on in phase 5. I think we're in phase 5 right now. And whether it's worth reinvesting anything, because if you've been following the show for a while, you know that we used to cover a lot of Marvel stuff, and we don't really do that very much anymore. So yeah, I'm curious if we should as a podcast, or I should as an individual, invest any more time and energy in the MCU. While I'm doing this, I'm going to be snacking on these delicious blueberries. Luckily, it's not crunchy, so you don't really have to hear too much of it, but I'm very hungry, you guys. I started a diet last week. Yeah, I guess today is day 8 of my diet pre-Germany. I don't know if I told you guys, Ryan and I are going to be traveling to Germany next month. So for all of you, huge amounts of German viewers on this live stream, let me know if you're there. Let's see. How's life treating me? It's all right. It's all right. I've had a few pretty stressful days, but it's all right. Those happen. No problem. It's phase 4 happen. Where are my... Let's see, season 2. Well, anyway, we'll get there. What's up, Alex? And anybody else who shows up. Okay, so let's blow this up. I don't matter, because we've got a bunch of stuff to look at here. Marvel Cinematic Universe, phase 4. Let's get me down in the corner. Okay, that now we should be able to see it. I pulled up this version. I just wanted to see. Like, I'm not interested in all of this crap. This is what I want. I want the list. Okay, so films, and then there should be the TV down below in a bit. So phase 4 looks like already happened. That ended a year and a half ago. No, okay, half a year ago. All right. Saw Black Widow. Didn't see Shang-Chi. Didn't see Eternals. Saw Spider-Man. Saw Doctor Strange. Saw Thor. Didn't see Black Panther. So I'm 4 for 7 on the films. Am I a bad person if I liked the first Black Panther movie, but I didn't love it. Like, it seemed to be really lighting everybody's fire. And I was like, yeah, it was fine. Same with Love and Thunder, Thor: Love and Thunder. I was like, "Eh." And honestly, same with Doctor Strange. Spider-Man, I really enjoyed quite a lot, probably based on the performances. All of the Spider-Mans in that were quite good. Black Widow was, so yeah. Let me know. I don't know what you guys think. Oh, you're talking about where are my season twos, season 2 of WandaVision, etc. Yeah, I think we'll look at some of those as well. Okay, in fact, let's go down to past all this stuff. Okay, television series. I don't know what this bar is. What does the red mean? I don't know what that means. Red, brown, gray. Yeah, I don't get that. Season. Does that mean like red it's canceled? Or is this just are these just colors that correspond to the logos or something? I don't what the heck is going on here? Okay. Now, which ones of these have I seen? I saw WandaVision. I saw half of Falcon and the Winter Soldier and kind of just petered out, lost interest. I saw Loki. I did not watch What If. I saw one episode of Hawkeye. And I didn't see any of the others. Moon Knight, Miss Marvel, or She-Hulk. Okay. So that's the state of it. I'm behind. I'm like Josh here. I'm behind. Just colors. That's weird though. Wikipedia doesn't usually have something that's like, you know, design is not something that you find on Wikipedia as a rule. But okay, so that's phase 4. Phase 5. I'm curious about because let's see, when does it release date 2023 to 25. So have any of these, let's see, come out yet? Ant-Man, Guardians, the Marvels. Okay, so we've only had 2 of these released. I did see Guardians. It was fine. What? Raise your hand. Honestly, raise your hand. Say something in the chat if you're still invested up to this point in the films. Okay. I didn't see Quantumania. I heard it was loud, like visually loud. I just didn't have that much interest. I will say it's almost offensive that there's a new Blade movie coming out. I love that terrible kind of campy, amazingly fun 90s version with Wesley Snipes. So let's see. LOL, no. Okay, well that kind of answers that. I do want to see what's going on the TV though. Okay, so here's where, let's see. Where are my season 2s? Josh asked. Well, here we go. Let's see. Secret Invasion, I guess, is out. They didn't release the first release. Right. Oh, so it is done. Oh, wait. Or is that just the latest? I don't even know because I'm not watching. Yeah, it looks like that's probably the last one. Loki season 2, I might watch. I really like the 2 leads in that. I don't give one single solitary what about the villain. It was very uninteresting to me, and a weird performance, as I recall. Let's see, but I mean, I might pop into it because I do like Tom. What's his name? A lot. What's his name? Hiddleston. There you go, Tom Hiddleston. He's great, and I really like the woman that played his kind of alternate reality double. I looked her up when the show was on, and I didn't see her in anything else. But she was like a revelation. I thought she was great. Let's see, Echo, Ironheart. What the heck is Echo? Okay, Ironheart, sure. Agatha. Agatha is the witch from the thing, from the WandaVision, right? Agatha Harkness. Okay. Now, Daredevil, I think, aren't they bringing back, what's his name? Charlie Cox for Daredevil? All right, you guys, I don't know. Echo is from Hawkeye. I don't care about the villain. Might be a problem since he's supposed to be the Thanos of these phases. Yeah, I think honestly, I watched I watched Loki for the. See, these colors don't correspond. I don't know what's going on with these. Maybe it has something to do with where it's at in production. I don't know. What was I going to say? I watched Loki for the performances, for the set design. Um, there was a lot of creativity going on there that I really enjoyed. But I think I mentioned this on the show. Um, that um, that show, I think it was like the first or second episode, was when I was made so angry at the MCU that I kind of jumped off. Um, and I just haven't cared since. Maybe what we can do, you guys, is I can pull up some trailers for stuff that's coming up and see if I should care. What do we think? I think that's a good idea. Um, okay, so what do we have coming up that might have a trailer on it? Let's go. Let's go with movies first, and let's critique some trailers. Okay. Oh, there's a Deadpool 3 coming out. Oh, filming on hiatus. Well, all filming is on hiatus right now. So that makes sense. The Marvels. The Marvels. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to go on YouTube and I'm going to search. What am I searching? MCU trailer. Okay. Oh, Loki season 2. Oh, interesting. Oh, yeah, they have a bunch oh my gosh. Wait, is this for real? They have all these trailers? Or is this faking me out? There's only one way to find out. Let's see this one. I know it's an official trailer because it's on the Marvel channel. Okay, let's go with the Marvels first because I'm definitely less excited about that. I did not care for what's her name? Is it Captain Marvel? Her kind of standalone movie, Danvers, right? That's her name. I didn't care for it.
No air.
Okay, so here we go. I gotta change my sound so you don't get a bunch of echo. Now we should be able to watch it together. Right? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now I just need to. Nope, I need to go that way. I think she's a Daredevil person. Oh, interesting. All right. Linnea's here, everybody. Don't panic. Yeah, Loki made me angry. Mild spoilers. I'm assuming anybody who is going to care would care, like it, or would have seen it by now. I mean, but I was really mad because it was one of, if not the first thing, it was one of the first things that came out after Endgame, the Thanos phase. And for 10 years, we've been told this story about the Infinity Stones. I just went really quiet. Did I go? Yes, sound should be on. What was I saying? We'd been made to care about these Infinity Stones and the ultimate power in the universe that could snap his fingers and half of humanity and half of life in the universe disappears. Terrible, terrible power. And in the first or second episode of Loki, here's the minor spoiler. He's walking through this like interdimensional office space, and somebody opens up a drawer, and there's scads of Infinity Stones, and it's he remarks on it. Loki's like, "Oh my gosh, are those Infinity Stones?" And the guy says, "Oh yeah, we use them as paperweights." And I was so insulted by the LOL nothing matters. Thanks for investing all of your bleeding heart and soul into this franchise for 10 years. Now get out of here, you stupid nerd. None of this mattered. It felt awful to me. I hated it. So yeah, so that's why it made me angry. Never got angry at the MCU, just burned out, burnout and apathy. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, we should have stones. Or sorry, we should have sound on. Okay, let's find out. Tell me if you can't hear the sound, but we should be good. Hmm. Wait a minute. Isn't uh, that? Oh no, that's the Khaleesi, whatever her name is, with the silver hair. I thought they'd like brought back the ghosts. I think she's just called the Ghost, right? In Ant-Man 2. She's one of my favorite MCU villains, side characters. Kind of shows up once and we don't ever see her again. I really liked her. I've seen her in one or two other things, and she's always brilliant. So this is not her, but yeah, there you go. That is not her. But okay, let's keep going. Oh, we can't hear. We can't hear sound. We can't hear sound. Okay, all right. I'm gonna fix it. I'm fixing it. Stop. Present. Share screen. We don't want that one, and we want to share system audio. Yes, please. Yeah, there it is. Okay, tell me if you can hear it now. Yeah?
Carol Danvers, prodigal child of the Milky Way.
Yelling at me. Okay, can you hear that? Let me know. Let's throw them back up there. I think we should be good now, right? Okay, good.
Nick Fury, my favorite one-eyed man of intrigue.
How goes it out there?
Cold, no air, space.
So what's her name? The actress? What's her name? Shoot, whatever it is. I think I was pretty harsh in our discussion of Captain Marvel, but I stand by what I said. Brie Larson, thank you. Yes, thank you, Linnea. Because I saw her in that. I saw her in the King Kong movie and some other smaller movie that she did. I have to go back like on IMDb and check what I watched her in. But I called her a black hole of charisma. She just like there's nothing. And everybody around her loses charisma. Like it gets sucked into this vortex, this bottomless well of like there's no charisma allowed on screen. I do not care for her screen presence. Anyway.
Captain Marvel, the Annihilator. You took everything from me. And now I'm returning the favor.
Real quick, before we go on, we run across this trope in movies like this a lot. And it's the bad guy is on a quest for vengeance against the good guy because of like collateral damage, or maybe not so collateral damage, right? You killed my father, prepared to die, that sort of thing. And I gotta say, every time I come across this, I shouldn't say every time, but every time I can think of, I'm like, they've got a point there. And it's like the bad guy is on what should be or could be viewed as a very righteous quest for vengeance. And I always struggle to be like, oh yeah, let's cheer for Captain Marvel, because I don't know what the plot is going to be, but it kind of sounds like, oh, you destroyed my entire home and everything in it. I don't know. Okay.
What is happening to me? She's entangled our light-based powers.
So we switch places whenever we use them.
Strong theory.
You can absorb light.
I can see it.
And Kamala...
Who's Kamala?
Hi.
She can turn light into physical matter, which I have never heard of.
I could totally show you.
No!
targeting every planet we call home. I would never choose to bring anybody into this.
You are not the only thing standing between this and the universe.
Oh my god, we're a team.
Higher.
Further. Faster.
Who's that good kid, Gus?
I can't. Can you?
I got it.
So I'm starting to let's see. Snapped his fingers. He also killed the MCU. That's fair. I love this. Hold my morals while I kick this dog. Yeah, it's like, you know, they're on a righteous quest for vengeance, but they just so happen to be the type of person that will, like, what does Peacemaker say? I love peace, and I don't care how many men, women, and children I have to kill to get it. Like that. That is a great, like, version of an MCU villain right there in Peacemaker, right? Let's see. I do enjoy the other two actresses. Can't recall their names. I don't know them from anything else. I think the black woman showed up in something else. She was in the original Captain Marvel, wasn't she? I don't remember her name either. Yeah, well, does it really change everything? I'm not sure what that was in reference to. Okay, so what was I gonna say? Oh, with little moments like the cat. Let's get the cat. Where's the cat? I can't really see. Oh, here we go.
A good kid, Gus.
Okay, because I know this is you are my audience and we understand each other. This is a topic I've brought up a lot. So I'll just say this is like Brandon Sanderson level humor, which is going to be great for some people and not great for others. And I feel like that's been, I don't know, has that been MCU humor the whole time? I'm not so sure. Or was it just the performances that elevated it? You know, when you had Robert Downey Jr., did it just make was he able to make the lines and the gags sing in a way that others aren't? But like Guardians does this a lot, although I do like the Guardians franchise. But you know, a lot of little moments like that I don't really care for. Oh, WandaVision. She was in WandaVision. That's right. Yeah, I can't remember her name, but she's okay. Yeah, that's coming along. A younger version of her was in Captain Marvel. Okay, it's all coming back. Okay, I don't know. Maybe we should talk about this for a moment longer. We've got Captain Marvel, or what's it called? Marvel something or other. There it is. Oh, The Marvels. That looks like a 5. The Marvel 5. But there are 3 of them. Okay. We can maybe talk about that. So this, my final verdict on the trailer is, again, I don't like Brie Larson. Even the lines they gave her, you know, in the beginning of the trailer and her delivery, it's just like, she's boring. She's very boring. But on the whole, it looks like it might be a fun movie. I doubt that I'll see it, but I guess it's possible. Anything's possible. If somebody takes me to the movies and was like, hey, I want to go see The Marvels, and I have the time, then sure, I'll go see The Marvels. Whatever. Let's see. There was another one I was going to... Oh, that's right. Loki Season 2. All right, so there is a Loki Season 2 trailer. Let's try that one out. What do you guys say? Oh, you know what? Maybe before we do Loki season 2, I can address Lou here. They lost me when I had to follow multiple TV shows to keep up with the main story. You're not alone. I'm in that boat. Well, I think a lot of other people are in that boat as well. And um, I'm curious to see how much money they keep spending on the MCU and how much it brings in, because it does seem like mathematically they would begin excluding a lot of audience, but maybe that's wrong. Maybe, as kids who were 8 years old when Endgame came out, they were too young for it. But then they turned 13 and 15 and 17, and maybe they invest in the franchise and just watch everything. And maybe it does take on a new generational life. I don't know, but I feel like a lot of people are in this boat with us. And they do too much too fast. Well, that's the story of streaming, isn't it? We can come back to that. Ooh, a Facebook comment. Disney has really started watering down their IPs. It's disappointing. There's not much choice. You can't go with like high proof, pure, unadulterated MCU content forever. What cannot last forever will end. And so at a certain point, they maybe had to start strategizing and say, hey, we're going to lose audience. How do we zero in on the people who are all in and really give them what they want, and maybe try to hook younger viewers, like with the gag in the Marvels trailer, hook in younger audiences and cement those who are super all in. I don't know the answer to that. I think a big problem is the lack of quality actors in most of Phase 4, exceptions being WandaVision and Loki. Yeah, which mostly has holdovers from Phase 1, right? Or Phase 2 or whatever. I don't really know how the phases all shake out. As far as the quality actors, I'm sure, that's a largely subjective question, whether somebody is a quality actor or gave a quality performance. I'm sure lots of people love Brie Larson and, don't like that. I don't like her, but whatever. I don't care. But as far as the quality of actor, while it is largely subjective, there's some objectivity where you can say like X lead does not have the same weight or gravitas as Robert Downey Jr., right? So I think that's fair. And I wonder if the word kind of got out in Hollywood where it's like, hey, this can really make your career or reboot your career in a big way. It's it's a high reward situation, but the risk of it is that Disney owns you. They own you for a long, long time. And so this is total speculation. I have no idea, but I could definitely see some situations where they approach some very recognizable or supremely talented people who have bright careers ahead of them, or behind them for that matter, and say, hey, we want you to do this in the MCU. And that person is like, not with that contract. So I wonder if that word got out. Let's see. Secret Invasion was disappointing, says Brian. I love when we get Facebook comments. This is great. Okay. Had writing problems and perhaps too many cooks in the kitchen. Well, yeah, that's always true with the MCU. Okay. All right. Let's do. Oh, well, this is a good question. Don't think they'll let it die ever. It's too much of a cash cow. I'm not sure that it will be a cash cow forever. But a cash cow, we think of a cash cow as like, hey, you're just milking that thing and money is flowing. And it may not be that way, but it may still be profitable for a long, long time, even with a smaller audience, if they pare down the budgets for like they've already pared down the budgets for special effects, right? If they pare down the budgets for actors, that may be part of it as well. Hey, we can't afford to get the Robert Downey Jr.'s of the world anymore. So, but just because the bottom line numbers are smaller than they once were doesn't mean that it's not still profitable, right? So, Nia DaCosta is directing the Marvels movie. Her Candyman reboot was fantastic, which I never saw. I wanted to see it. I'm not a big fan of torture porn, Saw movies, that sort of thing, but I was really intrigued by Chris Rock being in that, and I never got around to seeing it, but I totally would. I've heard it was pretty good. Okay, all right, let's do some Loki season 2 trailer. Here we go.
Hobie? Hello? We have a little bit of a situation we wanted to run by you.
Mobius! Wow! Great to see you again!
That's what's been happening.
Wow! Time slipping.
Wait, you know that?
Yeah,
You've seen that?
yeah.
Can you fix that?
No. It's impossible to time slip in the TVA.
I know, but we just saw it happen.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what's his name, Kiwi Kwan, right? Who just won an Oscar, and everybody knew from when he was a kid in the Goonies and Indiana Jones, and the what did I call it with Aparna Verma? We were making fun of its cultural delicacy, or whatever the right phrasing is. Anyway, yeah, he's great. Sorry, I got to put my watch back on. Okay, let's keep going.
I've been pulled through time between the past and the present.
Hello?
If what I saw is true, there's nothing to stand between this world and utter destruction.
Only one way to find out. Little good old-fashioned.
I'd love a smaller story for these guys. Like this world and utter destruction. Can we pull it back? I like the smaller stories. Those feel more fun to me.
Legwork. To find out. Little good old-fashioned legwork. Listen, we have different styles. You're a man of action, which is fine. I take a more slow, deliberate, cerebral approach. It's really goodbye.
It's up to us to save this place.
Is this cracked?
You're good. Whatever we do, we're playing God.
We are gods. But how do you choose who lives and who dies? Make the hard choice. It's him.
You better run!
War is on its way. Come on, you're the god of mischief.
Always have been. Always will be.
And cue the joke.
Don't you think? I thought it was spot on.
Okay. Loki season 2. There we go. I said I prefer smaller stories. Which smaller stories? Something like WandaVision would be a decent example. I didn't like the way they ended WandaVision, but I did enjoy the show for its run for the most part. And I liked that it wasn't like, hey, Wanda is going to destroy the entire universe, but it's like this town is in real jeopardy and we need to get these people out. So it brought the stakes in and made it more personal, I thought, than we sometimes get from MCU stuff. Oh, hey, Lou, thank you very much. Thanks for the Silmarillion videos. They're amazing. Added so much to the Lord of the Rings, maybe. Anyway, no, I appreciate it. Those are some of my favorites. Okay. Let's see. Where was I? Loki season 2. Loki season 2. Is there anything interesting? We got Kiwi Kwan in there. He's fun. He's always fun. Got I think that's the actress from season 1 that I liked so much. I don't know. There's really not much here, is there? He's time slipping. He's going to go through time and they're going to save the universe. This sounds very, very familiar. I do love Owen Wilson. Oh, this is an interesting point. WandaVision, the town in WandaVision was more in pain than danger, and that was important. Yeah, that's a great point. And it made it more, it felt immediate because we can all kind of imagine maybe more acutely what it feels like to feel helpless versus like none of us have had the experience of like a meteor imminently coming to destroy us or whatever impending total global calamity. So yeah, whatever. Blueberries ahoy. All right, are there any others that we need to check out? Let's find out. Is this can't be a real trailer. Maybe it is. Is there an official trailer for Deadpool season 3? Or is this like one of those fan things? I gotta find out before. Because yeah, there's this channel called Screen Culture that has posted a bunch of stuff, and I don't know that. Yeah, okay, these aren't real. You know what I'll do? I'm gonna go to the official Marvel Entertainment channel. Here, I'll let you guys in on this. We can see what we can find out. Here's the official Marvel channel. Do we have... They should just have all of our trailers, official trailers. Where is your channel for official trailers? Are you guys freaking kidding me? Who's running this YouTube channel? Amateurs. Okay, we're just going to check out... Nope. 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 Oh, is Secret Invasion? So she was in Secret Invasion, and now she's the villain in what's it called? The Marvels. Okay, I don't see any other like official trailers. I think we've caught up. What if we, if I scroll down a bunch and then I just do a Control F for official trailer, official clip, official trailer, official clip. Where are we? Yeah. Oh, wait, that was said. Oh, Stan Lee official trailer. Oh, they're doing like a biopic or something. Okay. All right. I think we're caught up then. I don't think they have anything else. Okay. Let's see what else you guys have to say. Here, let me pull this back over. There we go. All right. Wasn't the same bad guy in Quantumania. Yeah, I think it was, he was also in at the end of Loki season 1, right? So it's the same dude. Looks like it's more of season 1, which was my least favorite of the mostly okay mediocre shows. It was probably my favorite. No, I think I liked WandaVision a lot. Like I said, I didn't care for the way they chose to end, like the how the confrontation happened at the end. But I really enjoyed the creativity, especially in the first half of the season of that season of WandaVision. That was one of the most inventive things I've seen on TV in a long, long time. Or the movies for that matter. I thought WandaVision was really cool for that. I think I enjoyed the 3, or should we call it the 2 or 3 leads in Loki more. Although I like Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany just fine. I think they're great, as well as the woman that plays the witch, and I'm blanking on her name, but she's a marvel and a wonder. But anyway, my point being, I think I liked the actors in Loki better, but I liked the story in WandaVision, or the creativity of WandaVision better, if that's fair. Let's see. Paul says, I like reading comic books with both my big toes in my mouth. Will you please spoon feed me mayonnaise? with that avatar, I don't know what to make of you, Paul, but that did make me laugh. Weirdos. You're all weirdos. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, Jingles says I'm caught up. That's great. I loved WandaVision and Loki, says Linnea. Ended up watching both 3 times, which I just don't do with TV shows. I didn't. I watched them both once and enjoyed them. I think the last thing that I've watched that many times that's not like a comedy or a panel show or something. The last thing that I watched that often is The Witcher season 1. I've seen season 2 twice now, but I've seen season 1 3 times now. And it ggets clearer with each watch. So I've really enjoyed The Witcher. Yeah, cool. All right, well, we're caught up on that. Well, no more movies or anything? Guardians of the Galaxy now streaming on Disney Plus. Well, there you go. Okay, well, I feel like we've answered the question. Let's see, died with Spider-Man No Way Home. Are you saying that was a bad one, or that was like the last good one? Because I don't think the MCU has totally died. I still have seen flashes of brilliance from it. It was Spider-Man No Way Home, the one with I don't want to give anything away, but with the cameos, shall we say? Because yeah, I really enjoyed that movie. The early and middle episodes were the last time of WandaVision were the last time I thought Marvel might make nuanced TV. Yeah. No, Marvel doesn't do nuance very well typically. My favorite exception being the Winter Soldier. And even then it's more clever than nuanced. But still, that might be, to this day, that might be the best plotted and written MCU movie that I can think of. But anyway, yeah. WandaVision is definitely the best of the shows. All the other shows, besides maybe She-Hulk, could have just been movies. I didn't watch She-Hulk, and I love Tatiana Maslany in what was it? Orphan Black. Absolutely adored her in that show. Thought she was phenomenal. Did she ever win any Emmys for that? She should have. I don't know if she did. Or if she was even eligible. Are Canadian shows eligible for Emmys? I assume so, but I don't know for sure. Let's see. The only thing that might get me to the theaters, Dune and Napoleon. I am definitely looking forward to Dune. Yeah, for sure. Oh, okay. The last good one. Spider-Man No Way Home was the last good one. Okay. Part of it's due to the strike. Part of it was they wanted to pull back on the amount of content to focus back on quality. Well, yeah, as some of you know, it was my job for a while. My 9 to 5 was reviewing streaming. So it started out doing a lot of devices, like reviewing streaming devices, and then it shifted into reviewing streaming services as well. And so for years I did that and was kind of immersed in the streaming world and watched, kind of dumbfounded as they went just quantity, quantity, quantity. Not dumbfounded, I guess. It made some sense. But what happened was, like, Netflix was this novel idea. Hulu came along, did something like similar, but for TV, right? But Netflix had this model where they would license just immense amounts of content and pull it all in so that you could watch it all there on Netflix. Oh, great. Very fun. We love Netflix. And then after a while, all the other, like all the content makers, the producers, the Disneys and the HBOs and the whoever else, they all wanted to get in on the streaming game too. So they announced their streaming platforms, and everybody knew what was coming. You know, let's take Disney Plus as an example. When Disney Plus came out, it didn't all happen at once, but mostly happened at once, where they said, okay, you're not going to license any more of our content. We need it for our platform. We need to populate our platform. And everybody did this, right? So Paramount Plus, or whatever it was called at the time. What's the Peacock? Cannot believe they named it that. But they all needed to populate their libraries. And Netflix was like, oh, crap, what do we do? And so that's when they started spending, $90 billion a year, whatever it was, some absurd number. It wasn't that much. It was like in the tens of billions, the low tens of billions. They were spending oodles and oodles of cash, going into debt, just trying to churn out as much content as they could, so that when all that other content left their library, they could still say, hey, we have 36,000 titles on Netflix, or whatever the number is. I don't know. And everybody was doing that. They saw Netflix doing that, and they're like, well, shoot, we need our originals. And so you got HBO Max originals and Disney Plus originals, and they're just throwing unbelievable amounts of money at creating quantity. And now all of their libraries are overpopulated with crap that they have to continually pay taxes on. So they're pulling a lot of titles off. Like, good luck finding most things that were made before about 2002. Anyway, so sorry, I shouldn't have started with that. It's this whole story that is at once totally sensible and also utterly mystifying. The story of, like, the early streaming wars will be very interesting to, like, for people to hear about in 20, 30 years, 50 years. My grandkids will be like, Grandpa, tell us about Disney Plus. No. Well, sit back, children. Okay, let's see. I was rewatching with my son and my then partner. Yeah, that'll do it. You're distracting me from Way of Kings. How dare you? My apologies. I'll only be on for a few more minutes. So get your questions and comments in. Can never remember anything about Winter Soldier. Well, yeah, it was really good. It was the reason I say Winter Soldier was so good is because it very cleverly made the villain of the movie whatever your personal villain is in real life. Anyway, I don't want to go more into it than that, but yeah, Dune. Oh, Dune is kicking the marbles out of IMAX theaters. Even better. Yeah. They know what's going to make them money. I'm getting sick of hearing everything has a part 2. Just give me the movie. When does Dune come out? That's a great question, actually. Let's go ahead and find out. Let's see, Dune 2 release date. November 3rd. Oh, you guys can't really see that, but it's November 3rd. There you go. All right. Let's see. Winter Soldier went the way of WandaVision and concluded in a rushed fashion, which wiped out earlier nuance. There you go. Yeah, I think that's totally fair. Absolutely fair. She-Hulk was hilarious, but it's hard to ignore their woke agenda. Well, if you don't like what they have to say, that's fine. Whatever. I'm sure they're all crying into their piles of cash. November 3rd. There you go. Oh, you looked it up. Every TV channel suddenly had a streaming service. Yeah, and some of them are quite good. Even before they merged, Discovery Plus, I didn't watch it. I didn't care about any of the content, but I was like, damn, this is a really good streaming service. And then they went and ruined it by combining it with HBO Max. Oh well. Let's see. Quantity over quality. Yep. All the streaming services. I want consolidation. I don't want consolidation. Again, as part of that job where I was talking all about the issues with streaming and whatnot, this came up a lot. I think it's legit. It's you're not wrong to want consolidation, but I prefer freedom and choice over convenience, and that's the kind of dichotomy. And I think it's fair. I don't think that somebody's like wrong to prefer convenience in this case. But for me, I'm like, I don't, when I paid for cable, I paid, $100 plus $150, whatever it is that you end up paying for your cable or your satellite for, 300 plus channels, whatever package you decide on. But study after study after study showed that an individual wouldn't watch more than like 4 channels tops. And a household wouldn't watch more than say 12. But they're paying for 300 channels. And I fear streaming consolidation for that reason. I don't want to pay for stuff I don't want to watch. With streaming, I can say, you know what, I haven't turned on Disney Plus in 6 months. Why am I still paying for this? Turn off, and be done with it. It's not a la carte TV like we all hoped for a few years ago, but it's something approaching the concept of it, right? So, anyway, so I'm more on the side of like, I'll take a little complexity and whatnot for the freedom to just let it go when I don't want to keep watching it. Let's see. What do you define watching a series or movie? What do you mean? Like, well, okay. So have I seen Hawkeye? No, I've only seen one episode of Hawkeye, but have I seen what's the Falcon and the Winter Soldier? I saw like 4 or 5 episodes of that, but didn't finish it. But I'd say I watched enough of it to say, yeah, I watched it. I tried it. I didn't care for it. With Hawkeye, I watched one episode and was kind of bored and never went back to it. But it wasn't like a serious judgment call. I don't know. Does that make sense? So watch enough of it that you can have something to say about it. Maybe something like that. I just want all my anime in one spot at least. Well, that's they've tried that a couple times, right? With what's it, Crunchyroll, and what's the other one? Shoot, now it's. So funny story about anime. Actually, let's. I want to see how many views this has now. Views.org was the channel I used to do. So let's go to that channel. I want to see this anime video. Okay, popular. So it's going to be one of the top ones. There you go. Best streaming services, best places to watch anime, free and paid. 5-minute video. It's gotten well over 1 million views.
Hey, want to watch some anime?
What it's at?
Good, because there's a lot of it out
stop
there,
it.
and
You
lots of.
Shut up. You shut up. Okay. Okay. There you go. Yeah, 1,091,000. Call it. Oh, you guys. Sorry, you're not actually looking at that. Yep. There we go. That's the direction I wanted to go. So this video on anime. Oh no, that's not even the right thing that I wanted to do. There you go. Now you can see it. This is the video I made, and my boss asked me to make it. He's like, "Trust me, it's going to be huge." And I was like, "I don't know anything about anime. I don't watch anime. I don't know anything about this subject. This is like, I'm going to look like an idiot if I make this video." And he says, "Just trust me, just do your research. You don't have to know anything about anime. You'll figure it out." And so I cobbled together this 5-minute video. And this was back in 4 years ago, right? July 2019. And it just immediately went completely gangbusters, and is one of the top videos on the whole channel now. What's that? Wait, where did we get? The 5th most popular video on the entire channel. So there you go. You never know. Never know. So there you go. There's my anime story for you. Where are we at? All right. Oh, that's right. Funimation and Crunchyroll merged. That's what it was. And there was it what I was never clear. Was it VRV? Is that what you call it? Or do you call it Verve? There was that one as well that kind of like integrated a whole bunch of stuff. It'd be nice if there was more than a show or two that I want to see on each service. Yeah, well, yeah, I can't afford them all. Yeah, but if everything consolidated, you wouldn't be able to afford that. I don't know. I'm glad that I can subscribe to something for 10 or 20 bucks instead of having to fork over 150. There you go. I called it VRV. Baby Craig. Yeah, anything without facial hair, right, is Baby Craig. You guys want to see something fun? These were like the first videos that I made. Oh, here, I'll blow this up for you. Where is it? There we go. These were the first ones I made way back in 2016, I think was the very first one. This was like, honestly,
hey everyone, this is Craig with reviews.org.
Might be my very first YouTube video ever. So that was May 12th, 2016 is what we're looking at there. And it got almost 5,000 views. But that is what I used to look like. I haven't looked at that in a while. Let's see. And then I think this was like the first in the kind of newer series of like after I cut my hair, basically. And then the first popular video I made was this one. And the first really popular one that I made was the Roku Ultra review. There you go. Who cares? This is a stroll down my memory lane, but you guys don't care about that. All right. That's where we at. I don't want everything consolidated, just some. Yeah, it's the dream would be, hey, I'd like to pay $5 to have access to this show for as long as I want it, right? That would be a la carte TV. Unfortunately, that will never ever happen while we live. So yes, we do. No, you guys don't care about this. I'm trying to think. Oh, I will say the first video I ever filmed was this one when I had my intern Sabby, and she did a top 10 free channels on Roku TV. This was the first video that channel ever, the first video that ever got 1 million views was this one right here. And it was the one that I filmed at the house she was living at the time. And then was it? Yeah, this was the last video I made for that channel, and it's now the 3rd most popular. Oh, it's unbelievable. Hey, you guys, I am mystified of why they didn't want me to keep making videos for them anymore, because 1.4 million views. It's hard to argue with that, but somehow they did. All right, we should start wrapping this up. 7:30 my time. It's something 30 for you guys. Hard to say. But anyway, all right. Well, sorry about the stroll down memory lane, but at least we got some good MCU content in there. And I think I've come to the conclusion that I don't really care. I'll probably spot watch it like I've been doing, but I'm pretty checked out. And I get the impression that a lot of you are as well. So anyway, thanks for hanging out for an hour with me. Much appreciated. Enjoy your not watching any more Marvel content. And enjoy yourselves. I will see you guys in a week.